Hello, John Bruna here with the Daily Quote. Every day I try to bring little bits of wisdom that have helped me in my life in the hope that some of them may be helpful to you as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at today's quote. The things you think about determine the quality of your mind. Marcus Aurelius. The things you think about determine the quality of your mind. Now, this is something that when you take a moment, I'm pretty sure it just makes sense. Our mind, we may notice, comes up with fear, worry, anxiety, rumination, aspirations, insights, some joy, well, some thoughts about who we'd like to be, some thoughts about what we'd like to do. Our mind might be very chaotic and busy and active, very difficult to calm. So what makes up the quality of our mind? Well, the things we do obviously is part of it, but one of the most significant factors is what we put in our mind. What are the thoughts that we nurture and grow? What's the input? What am I reading? What am I listening to? Where do I, well, wind up spending my time and with whom? Am I spending any time taking care of my mind? So when we think about our bodies, a lot of people are very interested in eating healthy, exercising, putting themselves in healthy situations and environments. And yet, do we spend that kind of time thinking on what kind of health food am I bringing to my mind? What kind of thoughts am I nurturing and growing? What am I thinking about? What are the attitudes that I'm cultivating? Are they healthy thoughts? Or are they unhealthy thoughts? So our mind doesn't just come up with things. It is a collection in our subconscious of all these things that we've experienced and things, books that we've read, shows that we've watched, events that we've participated in, places we've seen. What Marcus Aurelius points out is what we put in our mind is going to determine what comes up in our mind, right? So what we water grows. What are the inputs? And so I like to think of this in terms of health food for my mind. And that's taking some time in the morning for me to cultivate some gratitude, really take a little time to reflect on what is really been so helpful in my life. What do I have to be grateful for? And by nurturing that on purpose every day, well, gratitude more commonly arises in my mind. I take some time every day to set the phone aside and a little quiet time to meditate and train my mind a little bit. And guess what? I have a little more peace of mind, a little more ability to be present. But if I'm multitasking, in constant distraction, not able to do the dishes without podcasts or something to distract me, well, guess what kind of mind I'm going to have? So Marcus Aurelius, Ancient Wisdom, is reminding us about how we can take care of our mind. What's the health food for our mind? And that has to do with the kinds of thoughts that we cultivate on purpose. We can do that. We can actually plant and grow and nurture attitudes such as connection, loving kindness, compassion, gratitude, and contentment. I think that's a really valuable skill. Just cultivating contentment for the life that you have, for the things that you've earned and that you can appreciate instead of desire, right? If I cultivate a mind of desire, I'm always wanting something different or better or unique. Novelty, the mind will seek novelty. Well, if I cultivate contentment, I'm not always chasing something else to feel good. So let's see if we can incorporate a little bit of Marcus Aurelius's wisdom and see if we can just spend a little time each day cultivating some healthy thoughts and attitudes that we can nurture and grow throughout our day. And we might find that our mind will be quite a bit different in a meaningful way. Not a big radical change of life, just taking time every day to catch yourself. And am I nurturing anger, resentment, and fear? Or can I cultivate some contentment, gratitude, kindness, and compassion for self and others? Am I noticing all the good that I see around me? Am I noticing people helping people? People staying in their own lane on the highway, people coming to a full stop at a stop sign, making the world safer? Or am I noticing people in my way when I need to go somewhere? What are the thoughts I cultivate? I'm stuck in traffic, or I am traffic, and we're all trying to get somewhere. The thoughts and the attitudes that we bring into our mind determine the quality of our mind. Hope you find this helpful.